Hey everyone, happy Thursday. I know I don't usually include a video with our writing prompts. Typically, it's just the writing prompt and I give you the directions. Um, a few weeks ago, I felt like we were really making progress when our writing prompts, when you were responding in Google Docs. And then last week, when we shifted to Google Forms, I just felt like there was a little confusion, or students didn't really understand that I'm still looking for all of the things that I was requiring in the writing prompts from the first one, right? From the first week of Google Classroom. Even though we've shifted to Google Forms, I'm still looking for all of those things. So even though I'm going to stick with Google Forms for our writing prompt because it just makes it a little bit easier. Everything is in the same place, and then all of our assignments essentially look the same. I want to take a minute to really show you what I'm looking for in terms of a writing response, so that I'm not receiving just like one sentence responses from students, which I saw a lot of last week. Um, Last week I was pretty generous. If you gave a one sentence response, I gave you 1 point out of 10 for essentially saying, like, I acknowledge that you turned something in. This week, especially since I'm including this video and I'm expecting that you're going to watch it all the way through, I will not be doing that. If your writing response, or if your response to the writing prompt is one sentence rather than a paragraph, you will be receiving a 0, and your progress report will show that that assignment is missing because you did not read the directions all the way through, you did not follow the directions and respond to the writing prompt appropriately, okay? So please make sure that you are watching this video all the way through so that you know exactly how to earn full credit for this writing prompt response, okay? So I'm gonna give you an example, or I'm gonna use writing prompt number 5 from last week as a model. So for those of you that remember, writing prompt number 5, the prompt was, what is one thing you would like to do, either now or in the future, to make the world a better place? Follow our topic sentence, 3 details, conclusion sentence, paragraph format. Then, before submitting, check your writing for capitalization, punctuation, and spelling. So instead of creating my own response to this prompt, I'm actually going to use the response that somebody submitted last week. This is actually Shania's response, with a few edits from me, okay? So the one thing that I'm going to suggest that you do moving forward is give yourself a little writing template before you begin, okay? So in the directions, it says that I want you to follow our topic sentence, 3 details, conclusion sentence, paragraph format. So here's what I would like you to do in order to give yourself a little guidance and make sure that you're remembering to include all of those things. I want you to start by giving yourself topic sentence, detail 1, detail 2, detail 3, and then conclusion sentence, okay? Now, we're not going to have this one in our final submission. We're going to take it out at the end, but it will help us to make sure that we're not missing any part of our paragraph, okay? So I'm going to start with the topic sentence. We know from all of the learning that we've done throughout the year about writing our paragraphs that our topic sentence should use language from the question. So if we go back, what is one thing you would like to do, either now or in the future, to make the world a better place? Your topic sentence should include language from that sentence. And Shania did a great job with this. This is her topic sentence. One thing I would do to make the world a better place is encourage people to recycle. Okay? She used the language of one thing I would do to make the world a better place. She took that right from the question, which tells me as a reader and someone who's grading this piece that she understood the question fully, and now she's going to respond to it. Okay? One thing I would do to make the world a better place is encourage people to recycle. So Shania has stated the one thing that she's going to do, and now all of her details, detail 1, detail 2, and detail 3, are going to relate back to that idea about recycling, okay? So her detail 1, she's going to start with a transition word, the word first. She says, first, many people don't recycle plastic. So it goes places like the sidewalks, in parks, and especially in the ocean. That's her detail sentence, for detail 1. First, she started with the transition word. Many people don't recycle plastic, so it goes places like the sidewalks, in parks, and especially in the ocean. Now she can move on to detail 2. Once again, she's going to start with the transition word. Second, once plastic is in the ocean, sea turtles often mistake that plastic for food. The plastic gets into their system, and they die. So this is detail 2. You'll notice that this is 2 sentences, which is why we don't say like sentence 2, sentence 3, right? This is her second detail. Second, once plastic is in the ocean, sea turtles often mistake that plastic for food. She could have stopped there, but we would be a little confused about why that was such a problem, and so she goes on and explains. The plastic gets into their system and they die. That's her second detail. That's what her second detail relating back to this idea of she wants people to recycle in order to make the world a better place. Now we're going to move on to detail 3. Just like detail 1 and detail 2, she's going to start with a transition word. Last, back in the 1900s, Chicago didn't recycle at all. Oops, Miss Ray's getting lazy. Back in the 1900s, Chicago didn't recycle at all. So all of the garbage went into the lake. Some people drank the lake water and got really sick. So her detail 3, last, back in the 1900s, Chicago didn't recycle at all. So all of the garbage went into the lake. Some people drank the lake water and got really sick. So just like detail 2, Shania has included 2 sentences to first introduce her idea of Chicago didn't recycle at all in the 1900s, and so all that garbage went into the lake. And then she expanded on it. She told me some more information. Some people drank that water and got really sick. Now we can move on to our conclusion sentence. Now, our conclusion sentence is going to sound very similar to our topic sentence, but we want to wrap up all of our ideas. And I always like to say that you can start your conclusion sentence with that is why, right? Because you're saying, I've said all of these things, now I'm going to tell you why they're all important, okay? That is why, in order to make the world a better place, I would encourage people everywhere to recycle. All right? Now, I might be tempted to click submit, but I'm not done. In the directions, it says, before submitting, check your writing for capitalization, punctuation, and spelling. So already I see some red squiggly lines, which is telling me that things are spelled wrong. So if you're submitting work that has incorrect spelling in it, it's telling me as the teacher who's grading your work that you saw those red squiggly lines and you decided that you were going to ignore them and submit anyway. Please do not do that. Use your resources to try and figure out how to spell words correctly. You can ask someone at home or you can look it up on dictionary.com, but words should not be misspelled in your writing. Now I'm going to look, are all of my sentences starting with a capital letter? Good. Are there any lonely eyes? Times when I'm talking about myself, when that I should be capitalized. I have it here, it's capitalized. I have it here, it's capitalized. Okay, I've checked for that. Now I'm going to check for punctuation. Do I have some sort of punctuation, a period, exclamation point, question mark, something at the end of each sentence. Yes, yes, good, good. Do I have a comma after my transition words? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So at this point, I feel confident that I've checked for capitalization, punctuation, and spelling. Now, before I submit, I'm going to take out the guidance that I gave myself. I'm going to take out the topic sentence, take out detail 1, take out detail 2, take out detail 3, and take out that conclusion sentence. I'm going to make sure that I have a indent. Since tab doesn't work on Google Forms, I'm just going to click the space button a few times to give my paragraph an indent. And now this is an appropriate paragraph to click submit in order to be graded. Shania received 10 out of 10 on this assignment because she included a topic sentence, 3 details, a conclusion sentence. Then she also checked for capitalization, checked for punctuation, and checked for spelling. These are all things that you are being graded on, which is why I tell you that you need to make sure that your paragraph is including them, okay? If you need any help with spelling, with ideas, with making sure that your paragraph flows, please contact me today and tell me that you need a little help, and I would be more than happy to give you the help that you need in order to make sure that your paragraph looks like this and not something like a one sentence or a few words as a response, okay? I'm available all day to help you out if you need it. Please make sure that you are giving your writing work the time and attention that it deserves in order to make sure that you are doing well. I look forward to reading your writing work today. I hope that you guys have a fantastic Thursday.